How is everybody? Whoop, whoop. By the way, for you, those of you that are at home, so we're up to just 12, but those of you who are at home, we've got more people coming each and every week, so it won't be long. We're gonna have to be getting out more tables and more chairs, so welcome. But by the way, we have a lot to cover today. We have some special guests. Go ahead. Yep, let's get her started. All right, so if you are newer to Keller Williams Memorial, raise your hand or say hi out there in Zoom land and introduce yourself. Anybody? That's okay. We got a bunch coming in too, so all right. Mr. Jeff, come on up here. How's lunch, everybody? All right. We'll thank this man right here.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jorge. Everyone, thank you for the opportunity to provide lunch today and be a sponsor. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And actually, this for you out in Zoom land, you're kind of missing it other than a lunch today. We've got approval to bring in a margarita machine. So we're also kicking off Tuesday with margaritas out in Zoom land. So anyway, sorry you missed it. Maybe next time.
So we're talking about margaritas for lunchtime? just asking, right? I'm just asking. Our attorney's sitting right over here. I'm just.
It was a continuation of the crawfish boil. Exactly.
By the way, who was at the crawfish boil? Right? That was awesome. We had about 250 of you there. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, so actually, Jeff Owens, if you haven't met me before or know who I am, I'm also on the vendor pull down list that you would have on the website for my contact information if you're in Zoom land. I am your home inspector, one of your home inspectors companies that you have here as a resource. So please reach out to me if you ever have any questions. We all realize this is a busy and crazy time. Please leverage your resources as we do. And speaking of the crawfish boil, I want to reflect back a little bit. I was thinking of this when I got here that, during the crawfish boil, whether it be agent to agent or agent to partner, during these crazy times, we're all leveraging off one another. We're all picking each other's brain. We're asking questions. Unlike other companies I deal with or have a relationship or association with, KW is a little different, sincerely. And what I mean by that is that although I've got other inspection companies here, we're not in competition with one another. And whether it be agent to agent or partner to partner, we're trying to leverage each other's resource. And when I'm here at KW, it's more of a team approach. And this is being honest. And I think most of y'all all will agree that we're here to support and use each other's resources as best as possible. It's a crazy time right now. We all realize that. It may be subject to change, a year or 2 years down the road. But why you have the opportunity and why this situation here at KW is unique, please reach out to your partners. I was speaking with partners here at the Crawfish Boil, and it's really a unique opportunity that we share information, we help one another, and it's not like that outside these walls here with other home inspection companies. We're all in competition, but it's not that way here. I get calls all the time. I get calls whether it be just a general question about the home inspection process or whether it be a prior inspection report that's being leveraged as a contract or a selling opportunity. We walk through those. I get agents again that just want to have, if you go it alone, fantastic, and you're successful at, great. More power to you, that's wonderful. If you reach out and you're finding that, hey, my best pathway to success is leveraging partners, again, there's plenty of work to go around. Reach out to all of us. We'll be happy to help. I know whether it be the inspection companies or whether it be other companies, we'll all jump through hoops for you to help you to succeed and move the ball down the field, so to speak. But if you're successful, we're successful. So please reach out. As far as the home inspection company that I'm your inspector. If you don't have it heard of me before, you're welcome to go to the website as it's shown here. Not only I have the certification as a Texas Trek Professional Real Estate Inspector, I'm also a certified professional inspector with Internashi and with 25 years of professional home builder. So I bring a lot to the inspection process. One thing here, I know that y'all have a lot to cover today. I want to sum up is, if I could plant a little seed in your head that you can hopefully pass down to your client, that I do get clients from time to time that during a walkthrough, in the very beginning of the walkthrough, as I first time meet them, they walk through the door, and I use the analogy is that you're in a hospital, you have a friend that's in our family member is having an operation, and the doctor comes out, and you've got that look in your eye, right? And the doctor's ready to prepare you with information. I almost feel like I get that look in the beginning of my walkthrough in the inspection process. So what that means is now I understand where the expectations are, okay? So I said, okay, I've got to set expectations accordingly from the very get-go, because this person's on the ledge, and I need to move them back off the ledge, because I know it's a crazy time. Y'all sense that. Y'all are working through that. And the expectations are most important, because if I'm a success with the inspection process and my walkthrough with the client and or my relationship with the client, hopefully that in turn is a success for you. So if you can plant a little seed in their head that, you know, there's going to be, the inspection process is important, having inspection is important, but plant that there are going to be deficiencies at your home, okay? What I tell our client from the very get-go of a walkthrough, which I highly encourage a walkthrough, highly encourage it. If we can't, then a follow-up call is most important after they get the report. But that everything can be fixed, regardless of what deficiency I tell you during this process, it can all be refixed, repaired, replaced, etc. Okay. We'll maybe do a top 5 item or top 3 item or red flags, but then I walk them through that, because when they walk in the door, they immediately says, what's wrong with the health of my house, right? What about this issue that I'm concerned about, whether it be a smell, whether it be an AC, whatever case may be. I'm there to take and dissect those and bring those back into reality a little bit and help that client of mine move back off the edge, feel comfortable about the situation. So in the end of the walkthrough, that they feel good about the process, they feel good that they know everything about their home. So when they come to you and you're doing your negotiation, whatever it may be, back to the seller, at least you have someone there that's well-informed, they understand the home condition it's in, and they feel comfortable about it. I do not like to scare anybody, okay? I don't want them to step over the edge over there, because it's not necessary. So that's a little bit about me. If you can share that down the road, that'd be fantastic. Thank you all again. I appreciate it. The margarita machine is reset. Everybody just looked that way. So you at Zoomland, sorry you missed out. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Tuesday. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Mr. Kelso.
How you doing, Larry?
How's everyone doing out there?
Post crawfish boil, right?
Right. Post
Right?
crawfish boil. You know, so I had a list of
Awesome
16
event.
items, but I know we need to go a little bit faster, so I'm gonna limit it to 6.
Okay.
But I want to give a big shout out to Jorge, first of all, because let me tell you, that crawfish boil, you don't know how hard it is to get set up a crawfish boil and get everything coordinated to pick up. And then for me to be able to arrive on Friday and not be scolded by Teresa about not anything bad that went on. It's really good, by the way. So I'm just telling you, right?
Nothing
So-
bad when nothing bad.
It was
happened.
awesome. It was phenomenal. Who all enjoyed it?
Woo!
Okay, so
There
big
was
shout
no
out-
beer.
There was no beer.
There was no beer.
No beer whatsoever. There was a little bit in my truck, but there was no beer. Just an FYI. So number one is thanks to all the sponsors who participated in this. We could not do this without all our sponsors. And with that being said, I'm going to tell you guys 2 things. So number one is my daughter tomorrow turns 15 years old. Okay. For all those who know my daughter, she's the one who went through the open heart surgeries, 4 of them now, doing absolutely fine, but she turns 15 years old tomorrow, which means I need a lot of leads. I'm just telling you, I need a lot of leads right now. Okay. Just being honest. You guys know what a 15-year-old is going to be like? Girl who does competitive dancing. Okay. So anyways, actually I broke down the numbers. If you look at it this way. So there's 720 agents, rough estimate here in the
Correct.
office, right?
Correct.
So if every agent was to grab one of the sponsors and give them a deal this year, okay, just one, right? That's 720 deals you'd give a sponsor. 720 deals. If you give them 50% of your business, so all 720 agents, if you only did one, and we know what the volume is here, that'd still be well over 350 deals. So the reason why I ask that is, do me a favor, make sure that you reach out to your sponsors, make sure that you use the sponsors in the office first and foremost, And we wanted to make sure that we continue to do that. Michael asked me to remind you of something. We talked about this on the radio show this weekend. I was very passionate about this. Is we all know what builders are doing right now, right? Which is taking away your commissions. Okay. And I'm not mentioning any names whatsoever, Lennar, but that wasn't me, right? Anyways,
I didn't hear a thing.
I'm not making any suggestions, but here is the truth. What's going on? People ask me all the time, Chris, what can we do? Raul asks me this all the time. Chris, I take a client out and I go see a builder, and the builder says, I'd love to work with you, but I know you're pre-approved with Chris, but you have to use our in-house mortgage company. Okay. Well, let me let you know one thing. Anybody know the word kickback? Anybody know the word RESPA? Anybody know Section 8? Okay. So there's three things the builders do almost every time. I'm pretty passionate about this. Number one, if you assign an incentive to a specific mortgage company, that is a kickback. First and foremost, if you guys want to know how to report them, you report them directly to CFPB. That's how it works. Let me tell you, if you're out there working with somebody and they want you to do an application with their in-house lender, and you know that somebody like myself or anybody, this is for everybody, local lender out there, has been working with somebody, let them know, you know what, I'll be more than glad to do so. But at the same time, just want to let you know that we will be reporting this to CFPB as a kickback. Let me tell you, the more you do that, the more industry will change and improve, right? It takes everybody. It takes a collective effort. By the way, and if they won't sign you a contract, because guess what? They might not have incentive, but they're not going to sign a contract unless you do an application with their in-house mortgage company. That now is called steering. Okay. Another violation out there. Okay. And steering leads to a fair housing law. Just to let you guys know that. So if you guys want to know more about that, definitely let me know. I'll be more than glad to talk to you about that from that perspective. Also, this week, we have an individual by the name of Thomas Blackwell. Has anybody read the book, The Liberty of Your Language? No? So he is speaking all this week. I've got him all throughout Houston. But one of the things he talks about is the liberty of our language is what we speak out there is what we get back. Okay? And so one of the things I wanted everybody to know, and I'm very adamant about this as well, is it's a crazy market. It's a crazy time out there. We see people going all the time crazy, right? And buyers are being frustrated, et cetera. It's on us as lenders, as title companies, as realtors to be that voice, to be that positive voice we give out to everybody, because what we put out is what we get back. So just remember that all the time. Remember to always be kind. Remember to always make sure that your language is what you want it to say, and continue to go forward from there. Lastly, again, I'm going to reference Raul in regards to this. I have something like 5 or 6 deals with you right now. So I speak to Raul, it seems like every day, which is good. I don't mind it, but like he calls me like 20 times a day. So I'm just going to tell you guys that. Great guy. So anyways, but he called me up yesterday because he had heard that we have an in-house economist named Elliot Eisenberg. I don't know if you've seen him yet, but he talks about what's going to go on for Q2, Q3, and Q4. Now, we all know what's going on right now, right? We have a lack of inventory. What we also have right now is a lack of products. You can't get things. You can't get refrigerators and washers and dryers, and you can't get furniture, and there's a backlog beyond belief, which is going to be contributing to something we all call inflation. Okay. So one of the things that's very important, if you have not seen the video he puts out there, I think it's very important. Go out there. All you'll have my site. If not, I'll give it to Larry and you can actually put it out there, buddy. Take a look at that. It's really good information you can deliver back to your clients as to what's going on in today's economy, what they have to look out for in the future, why rates are being kept so low right now, why they need to take advantage of rates being so low and still engage in the market. And so it's pretty interesting. Raul, you liked that video a lot, didn't you? Very good. And so anyways, and then lastly, you guys all know this. I like to leave today with a good quote, and today is no different. So we talk about the liberty of your language. Life is like a camera. Okay. Focus on what is important, capture all the good times, develop from the negatives. And if things don't work out, just take another shot. Anyways, my name is Chris Kelso. Thank you all very much.
By the way, you can't get refrigerators, but you can get a tiger. Right? Right? What I want to know is, I feel sorry for the poor agent, the poor broker who's got a listing right next door. If you look at that, you'll see there's a real estate sign there. So, yep, there are tigers. Tigers in Houston. So our platinum partners, we want to say thanks. Deanna Millis with North American Title, Carla Schwab, Allegiance Title, Jenny Kugler, Allegiance Title, Kathy Crittenton, Alamo Title, E.L. Crane with BRPS Title, and Sarah Watson back in the back of the room over there with Frontier Title. Thank you. Our gold partners, James Acosta with Acosta Insurance, Tammy Rose, Old Republic Protection, Rachel Williams, saw her yesterday, High Tech Home Inspections, Laura Springman with Brian and Brian, and Kathy Leger with Leger Insurance. Scott Pratt, Pratt Insurance, Gene Antone, we saw him at the Crawfish Boil. Super Home Warranty, Isabel Katz, Great Heights Relocation, Jasmine with Goosehead Insurance, and our own Jeff Owens with Preferred Home Inspections. Thank you. Sheila with Red Dot Home Services, Justin Southwith with Fixed Repair. Stacy is back there in the back of the room with Home Warranty of America. By the way, for liabilities, right, we want to make sure that we're getting home warranties, right? Home warranties on your deals. There you go. There you go. Good. I know Hubert, our attorney, would like that too, right? I mean, those are important, right? Little home warranties in place sometimes. Good. And then Melanie Bowles, One Guard. I got that One Guard Home Warranty. Yep. Silver Partners, Marjorie Blankenship with Chick Haas, Priscilla Marino with US Health, Sarah Flores with Empire Utility Concierge, and Stephen Mayers with Bold Bids. Red Day. You ready to come up here? So we got a little event going on this week, and here's some of the good. We've got, you see some red shirts out there in the hallway. Tanya's going to give you a little bit of information, a little bit of the latest information, including bus rides out of here, all of those things, food, everything.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you all in person. I love this. So, Red Day. Who knows what day it is? Raise your hand. Thursday the what? What time does the bus leave from this parking lot?
Nice.
And what time is breakfast?
When we get there.
8, when you get off the bus. That's right. So bring your tools, any lawn and gardening stuff. It will fit under the bus. I will let you know that we have a brand new, fully loaded 56 passenger bus. So there's plenty of room. I think there are 3 spots left for a full bus. The bus will stay on site for the entirety of the day and serve as a cooling zone. So if you're outside on a project and you're hot and you're sweaty, already know in advance that you have a place that you can go to cool off. We don't want anybody to get overexerted, heat stroke. We'll just leave all that out. Speaking of, we have water and Gatorade being supplied for the morning and for the afternoon. We have lunch sponsors coming in to bring us lunch. Breakfast and lunch will be at the same location. For those of you who are driving, I want to tell you this part. When you get down there to 2019 Crawford and you find a place to park your car, the easiest way to find us for breakfast or for lunch is to stand at the front door of St. John's United Methodist Church. Then walk to your left or your right, all the way around to the very back of the building. That will put you underneath the bridge, the overpass. That is where we're having breakfast and lunch. It is 45, can't miss it. So directly out the back side of the church is our meeting zone. We will have multiple cars to shuffle people around. It's gonna be a lot going on. Don't call me today and ask me where you're gonna be. I'll pass out assignments when we get there during breakfast. I couldn't be more grateful to all the sponsors that have stepped up to make this happen. I think we've raised almost $6,000 for supplies. We've gotten dirt and mulch donated. We got a painter to do some of the big painting jobs with the sprayer. Ed Camp from Hygienitech has donated his fogger and his time to disinfect every single common area surface in 4 buildings. We've got a floor guy that's coming in to buff and shine the floors of the church. We just have had massive response. And without all of you, none of this would be possible. And so I am so looking forward to seeing, I think we're almost at 200 on the ground. If you haven't signed up yet, sign up. I have an extra shirt for you. Just drive. I don't have any more room on the bus. And so anyway, Thursday, 7:30, we'll be back here at 5. What normally happens at 5 o'clock somewhere? That's right. We also have a sponsor providing us happy hour when we return back here. It will be set up with your favorite choice of 2 different wines or 3 different kinds of beer, and they're bringing a lot of it. So come ready for the happy hour. If you have any questions, if you haven't seen it out there somewhere already, you can text me at 832-884-4457. Any questions before I put up this microphone? Yes, ma'am. There's 3 spots left on the bus. And the link is still live, so you can still click on the bus link that Jorge has sent out, or that's on the Facebook page, or that's in your email, or that's on your text. It's lots of places. And if at this point, if you haven't signed up and you want to, just show up. We have shirts. Linda Aber, Jessica Pico, Alice Frawley, they will know what to do with you if you haven't signed up yet and you show up. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
4457. Ari will be here tomorrow from 9 to 4 to finish passing out the shirts that are currently right outside my office. There are 2 forms that you have to fill out per St. John's UMC. One is your name and your email. That's their sign-in sheet that we have to provide them. And one is a consent that says you might be on TV, but they're both required in order to serve at the event. So I thank all of you. And if you need anything else, let me know.
Awesome. Thank you. By the way, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for Tanya and team, and she's looking at me right now going, yeah, I know. So we thank you so much for doing that. So we are going to start team meetings starting next month. It'll be once a month. And the goal is, so the second Tuesday of the month, the ALC took a look at this too and said, hey, we'd like to, they kind of voted on morning meetings. So it'll be probably 9 to 11. We'll get you more details. The goal is to go offsite and make them a couple hours long. This way we actually get to celebrate more with everybody. Because as you see, we have a lot of stuff and we go through things sometimes too fast. Wouldn't it be nice just to have enough time to be able to sing somebody happy birthday or congratulations on your first listing or your first sale? So that's the purpose of those. So once again, starting up in June, 2nd Tuesdays of the month. Construction. There's Teresa in here. Who was there a minute ago? So construction starts, well, some construction's already started upstairs. So upstairs, there's some flooring going down up there. The construction in the town square is going to start on Saturday. So we'll literally be shut down over there from Saturday through Wednesday or Thursday of next week. We've got a little special thing going on maybe at the end of the week. But we've got new flooring going down over there. There's a hallway going down to connect the MLS room. So just be aware. I think we're moving a copier up to the front area, right, Garrett? I think we were. One copier up there, some of the materials that you use back there, we'll put them on some other stuff back here. So be patient with our construction. Once again, starting on Saturday. Some birthdays. So May 11th, we've got David Gibbs, and today, both these are today, and Mirta Amaya. So today is her birthday also. May the 12th, Tyler Riley. May the 13th, Colette Mayers, Emily Wall, and Pauline. May the 15th, we've got Anthony, we've got Leanne, we've got Michael Craig, we've got Trinity. May the 17th, we've got Dustin Young, we've got Aaron Lumpkin. May the 18th, we got Colette France, we've got Daniel Foreman. May the 19th, we've got Carmel. May the 20th, we've got Sierra, Chastity, and who you? Okay, who you? Hey, I love that name. May the 22nd, we've got Judy. May the 23rd, we've got Martha Raymond. We've got Sharva. May the 24th, we've got Natasha. Happy birthday. Fantastic Four, right? So that is coming up. So if your picture is on one of the next 2 screens, congratulations. So that's 4 transactions. I don't have all the events of where we're going out to yet. Do we, Jorge? Not yet. Okay, so we'll get all those out to you. So once again, though, congratulations. We're going to go off site. We're going to do something a lot of fun. Oh, I'm sorry. These are our April cappers. So congratulations, our April cappers. Playing to win. This is Leslie. Come up here. So Leslie Lerner, and you probably have all got my email, hot mic. So you've all got my email. So Leslie is one of the newest Trek commissioners, right? So she's here from Houston, And so we want to get to know her a little bit, tell her how we can help her in her new role. She's a broker, has her own brokerage, selling a bunch of real estate too. So I got to interview you a little bit yesterday, right? You were on the radio show with Mr. Kelso and Michael Bosart back there, so we got to know you a little better. So tell us a little bit about yourself first.
I'm a native Houstonian. I grew up here. I went to Bel-Air High School, then went to UT and became a licensee in 1993. I was teaching school at that time, and I did that for about 8 years. And then I'm like, I can't do this successfully if I'm teaching school and selling real estate. So I put my all into it. So I started my own company about 8 years ago, and then I just got appointed to the real estate commission. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Why did you get your license? This was a funny story.
I got my license because I was buying my first house in the early 90s, and the agent came with his sleeves all rolled up, his muscles sticking out and whatever, and just thought he was all that. And he was a terrible agent. And I said, if he can do this, I can really do this. So that is why I got my license.
So your commission now, how long do you have this commission?
6 years.
6 years. So, we were talking about how much money that you make, because this, by the way, if you want to be a Trek commissioner, this would be something good, because you could really make a lot of money doing this.
Oh, yes.
How much money do you make?
$75 a meeting.
$75 a meeting, right? $75
That
a
is it,
meeting.
yes, and the meetings are 2 days, and everything else that we volunteer for, or I guess it's volunteer, like we have different commissions or different divisions of the commission that we're over. Like I am over broker responsibility working group and the enforcement kind of group, and we do not get paid for those.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of time, but it's for a good cause.
So why broker responsibility?
Broker responsibility, what we're focusing on right now is licensing and the hours that go into education and experience, and trying to do a good balance of that. The governor, I guess last year, came down with, he wants to lower the barriers of entry to state licenses, which some of us don't have a very good thought about that, but we're trying to figure out how to balance it and make it work, and also get very good agents. Because I think a lot of us have seen that many people entering the real estate field don't really work as hard as they should, and probably go by the seat of their pants, and it makes us all look bad. So we want to continue to raise the value of licensees so technology doesn't take us over. So broker responsibility working group is looking at the education and experience, which is actually, we gave recommendations, but it has to go through the legislature, which obviously there was a lot of stuff that went on last year. So that's probably not their priority, but we're looking at several different things right now. And one of our key things is outreach. We want you to know that we are there for you, and we are there for the consumer. So if you have questions or whatever, please feel free to ask. But the only way our industry gets better is if you file complaints. If you are out there with bad actors, file a formal complaint. That is the only way we're going to clean up this industry.
Does my name get attached to it if I file?
Statutorily, your name gets attached to it.
Okay.
We have discussed this several times. People don't want to have their name attached to it. We can't change that. We've tried. But if it's bad enough, or if you feel like it needs to be reported, don't be scared. It happens to all of us. Even if you don't do something wrong, somebody can turn you in. So the only way to clean up this industry is by you helping us out.
So you do a little bit of stuff on the side. What do you do for fun?
Goodness, my time has been a little limited lately.
Mhm.
I love to go to the gym. That's my sanity. Without the gym, I don't know where I'd be mentally these days. I like everything outdoors and just to have a good time.
How about the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show?
I do that too. That's pure Houston pride, or pure Texas pride. So I've been a part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. I'm a volunteer for Bel-Air High School and their alumni organization. And also I'm trying to beef up safety and security in schools right now. So I'm working with some senators and just some different people that are politically involved in order to beef up the safety and security and mental health of the students and the staff in the schools right now.
How many Trek commissioners are there? Do you know?
There are 6 broker members and 3 public members. They just replaced 2 broker members and 1 public. So there are 3 of us that just started.
Wonderful. What can we do to help you?
The first thing is, and I think you offer a lot of it, which many places do not, is training.
Mhm.
Training helps you be more valuable and helps you know what's necessary to stay out of Trek's way. So training is great, but also, like I said, complain if somebody is not doing it. We want to clean up this industry. We really do. And I think for those of you that have been in this business for a long time have probably seen a lot of things that shouldn't be happening and kind of things that are embarrassing and make you look bad, even though you're not even the person doing it. So complain. And everyone goes, well, it's not going to go anywhere. It's a long time. Even if they say, no, this isn't a big deal, at least the person knows that the radar is out, that they are being looked at. So please help us do this.
Awesome. Who's got a question for Leslie?
Yes, sir.
Grab a mic.
There are a lot of different complaints. And we actually get a report, which I could send over here for sure. But there's a lot of sales agent complaints about that. There's homeowners complaining about fiduciary matters. There's a whole bunch of different things going on. So the complaints are pretty much all over the board. Some are substantiated, some aren't. But I can send Larry that and he could actually send it out because there is a whole matrix of complaints.
I have a weird question. It is,
Back in the corner.
I'm over here.
Okay.
Because of the market right now, when you're representing a buyer, the listing agent, even if it's not a multiple offer situation, they are requiring always like pushing to limit lender approval. And it was normal to ask 24, 21 days, but now they're like pushing it to 14, 15 and make sure that they waive the appraisal. And it is, if it's not a multiple offer situation, isn't it kind of abusive?
That's really
Hold the mic real close.
that's really up to the seller who makes the decisions, obviously, but and the agents obviously working with the seller, but they can really ask for anything. That is not against the rules. It's up to you or your buyer if they want to accept that or not.
Good question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is on the website. I think there is a place that's maybe under news or press releases. I would have to go back and look, but there is definitely a space on there about rule changes. And it may be actually on the page that gives you the rules. Underneath it says rules, like on the pull down. Good news is that website, I think, is getting redone in the next year or so.
Mhm.
And Trek is about to implement a new platform, which will have better information, quicker information, and be able to go out to HAR and everything else. So everybody can kind of work together. So that's all in the process. So, but it is on there in the rule changes. We're also, as part of our outreach campaign, what we're trying to do is make more videos and have more presence online to walk you through all of those changes.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
It's not rare. I don't know about you all, but I've been in business for a while and I've never met a commissioner. So,
It's
right?
nothing big, I promise.
It is,
I am
no.
available to y'all anytime, so just let us know. Larry knows how to reach me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good job. All right. So I got my voicemail set up this week or last week it was, so it's pretty awesome. It's a service we provide here for you. So get that done, get with Teresa. You get a choice of either a male or a female that will do your voicemail message, and it's pretty awesome, very professional. Transaction coordinators, Melissa Ramirez and Andrea Torres right here. So as your business once again is growing, right, your first step may be a transaction coordinator. Agent on call. So we always have 2 agents on call, 2 of our ALC members there to help answer some questions when, if you're in a coaching program, typically you're going to go always to your coach, but you may be in that middle, or you just got some questions about something all of a sudden. Once again, you can call me. We've got Hubert on legal. So always call. Get us involved early. Coaching. Kimberly, come on up here because we got a special guest.
So as you can see, the room is all what?
Purple.
Purple. So we are getting ready to kick off our bold for this year. So we do have a special guest, our coach, Regina Polk, who's online with us. Is going to give us a little bit of talk and a little update about the new, what's it called, Bold Local. And so I did leave some sheets out for you, and we can talk about it a little bit more, but I put the links on the Facebook page. I can also sign you up. I'm happy to do that. So we'll have somewhat of a first step to bold on May 26th, and then we'll have a full bold starting June 9th from 1 to 4. So 1 day a week. Okay, we can commit to that. Right now we've got to take a new approach to our business. Okay, it also requires a new mindset to our business. So Regina is going to talk a little bit about this today. So welcome, Coach Regina.
Well,
Maybe.
thank you so very much.
There you are. There you are.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Crank it up. Hello. Hey,
You know-
listen, real quick while we're getting some volume set in here. So I hear, Regina, that there's a rumor out there that you want to come to Houston.
I don't miss a chance to come into the Houston area ever. So absolutely. And I can already tell you, Larry, that being in this distance, there is always an opportunity for connection. So it would be great for everybody to get a chance to meet their coach, and we could do some mastermind. There's a number of things that I have in terms of ideas, as long as we can say yes to that opportunity.
All right. Well, we are working on something with our Craig Owen, our operating principal. So
That's awesome sauce. So how much time do I have? Because first of all, I always honor the time and share my gratitude. So how much time are you allowing me today, Larry?
this will be Kimberly.
Kimberly, okay.
Yeah. If you, see what you can get in 10 or 15 minutes, Regina.
Oh, that's plenty of time. Thank you so
Okay.
very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Now, I'm going to say that this next 10 minutes can be the most impactful part of your day as long as you participate. Now, I know that Bold has been around for 10 plus years. Who, if you would, just throw your name in the chat box, or if there's an opportunity to span the room, raise your hand. Just let me see who's taken Bold. Bold Classic, number 1. Bold Classic, you took Bold Classic. Thank you for the raise your hands, Laurie. Thank you for participating. I know how you participate in here is how you participate everywhere. Thank you so very much. Lisa, thank you. I see your hand up as well. And so now, tell me if you took Bold in the midst of COVID. So Bold in 2021, where we had the national Bold. Throw it up for me. Just let me see your hand. Okay, yep, Andrea, I see your hand coming up as well. And so if I could share with you, oh my God, Bridget, thank you so very much. Clara, oh, I can already see why you all have chosen to take Bold in June. And may I add, you are only one of 41 locations that have said yes to Bold. And so I congratulate you. My gratitude is for your leadership, because on the leadership team has made a decision to be all in to support you in your goals for 2021, moving into 2022. And I understand that the clear vision is to help you take more listings. So for that, I'm very grateful to be able to do so. Lisa, Bold 3 times. Okay, so we're going to measure out some stuff. I can already see my team captains coming along. Now, I can tell you about the journey, right? Bold Classic, life-changing. In fact, it changed my life. It changed my life in a way that in 6 short years, I am a Bold coach that's sitting in your presence with the one singular goal, and that's to help you grow in your business. And boy, was that a journey. Now, many of you, some may have had the perfect life. What I do understand around bold is about be, do, achieve, meaning that sometimes life doesn't necessarily go as planned. And it's how we react to that plan that causes our future success. And so in Bold Classic, man, we focused on mindset, we focused on skill set, and you are able to, on average, do about 14.7 transactions in an 8-week period. And then COVID happened, and we had to be on a national platform where we had no voice whatsoever. We could put something in the chat, and yet, could we get the answer with 14, 40, 60,000 people on the Zoom? And so I bring you to today. Today is a personal environment where I can already see you're going to be in the market center, or you have the option to be virtual. I naturally will be virtual, and we're going to create the synergy and energy that will allow us to grow. Now, it does take some responsibility. Clara, right? You know, you've taken Classic Bowl. It takes the responsibility of being present and being willing to be all in. Now, sometimes people decide to sign up for Bowl and they're having opportunities with limiting mindset. So I'm going to caution you today, dismiss them, whatever they might be. Oh, I've been there, done that. Oh, the Classic Bowl was great. It got old. Oh, the National Bowl, I really didn't have an opportunity to be held accountable. And let's move into the present. So I'm going to share a couple of things that really is important about Bowl Local in your market center. The first thing is it's in your market center. That means you're going to be in a team environment, just like we did in Bowl Classic, so that you can have that accountability to show up. What we absolutely know is this: people like to impress other people, and the accountability allows that. So as we start to focus on listings, you're going to be compelled to do the activity so that you come in and not let anyone on your team down. Now, I can be honest with you and say, we are committed to progress, not perfection. The beautiful part about that is that you're going to see people start to go slowly, and then they speed up. And in the next quarter, you're going to see results coming simply for the decision to take Bold. The second thing that I would share with you is that once we get into a mindset shift, we're going to get into an action shift, meaning the activities that drive success, where you're going to be compelled to do it more. The third thing that we are going to really pay attention to is why you do. Because when you're powered by why, anything is possible. They always tell me, passionate about being different for 6 short weeks. That's 3 hours for 6 weeks. And we are going to see a growth in your market center in terms of listings, because the Bold law tells us, right? What you focus on expands. I can hear you all right now participating at a high level. Now, I'd like to share a couple other thoughts for you so that you don't miss a beat. Right now, we understand that we are in the midst of a Red Day. And so how do we manage Red Day? We give back to Red Day. And those who in our community, we're excited about doing that. And we also have KW, what is culture? And inside our culture, we decide that we're going to help other people. So I would just ask that you look around and see who's sitting to the right, to the left, or in front of you. Check out the Zoom and see who might be in the Zoom situation where, man, they certainly would love to come, and yet situations has happened for them and they may not have an opportunity to finance it right now. That's when our culture comes into place. You find someone, anonymously support them in a journey. if by doing so, you would do what someone did for me in 2014. You see, I had $2.26 to my name when I started at KW. I'm not embarrassed by that because that journey has brought me full circle to where I am now. And so I understand that people may have a similar opportunity, and all I'm doing is allowing you to find a vision to look for people who might be on the brink of success, and yet financially they find a limit for $3.99 for bowl. Now, I know your market center is going to do a number of things to help you along the way, because your success equals the market center success. And we count on you coming in and showing up. So for those who are on the ALC, you have a great life, you're doing business. Even if you're not on the ALC, just reach inside your heart and find out someone that could be a partner in making a decision to take this bowl. And the last thing I would share with you, it really means so much to me to help you take more listings. So what I am committed to doing throughout this process is having coaching moments that will define the 25 fastest ways to take listings in your current market. Now, raise your hand if you could stand to take a listing to top 10, 15, or 20. Raise your hand with me. Oh, I got someone that says yes. And so for that reason, and that reason only, it's worth the time to take bowl. Now I got a little exercise for you, and then I'm going to jump off so that you can go ahead and get registered. Here's your homework assignment, because it wouldn't be bowl without accountability and homework, right? So think about this. For just one moment, identify the one thing such by doing bowl would cause everything else to be easier or unnecessary in your business. What would that be? Just take a second to think about it. And the moment you have the answer, go ahead and put it in the chat box. And if there's someone out there in the room that has a mic and would like to share, I would certainly appreciate a response for you too.
Anybody got a mic out here? A lot of shy people, Regina. A lot of shy people here. I don't know.
I am
So you don't have
so
to be shy,
surprised
right?
because I see so many hands coming up here. Well,
All right, here we
you know,
go.
it's
Here we
okay.
go.
That
Here
just
we
tells
go.
me, winner, right? We got a winner. Somebody's coming in. That's awesome.
Well, like 4 years ago, and it helped me in
Hold the mic real close.
many ways. First one, it was personal, because one thing is what is holding you back, and sometimes you don't know. Both help you to go into your inner, and then there is something like a switch that it help you, and you just feel free and you just go for it.
Love that. Thank you for sharing. That's good. Michael
That is
McSorley's
so
got,
awesome.
we got one more coming up here for you.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
So I didn't realize this until I took my second bold. And it was about, so I started in 2016, took bold the first day I had my license, and didn't realize the impact it had on me until it was the last one we had out at the other market center, where they actually went back through everything again. And it hit me, because everybody always asked me my first year, how do you get so many listings? And to me, it was a no-brainer, just focus on listings. I didn't realize the reason I focused on listings was because of bold until 4 years later. But that's why I strictly focus on listings, lead with listings, so forth and so on. But it was a big aha moment, because there's a lot of great stuff in bold, but I hear all these epiphanies and all these things that people have, and I didn't really feel that until 4 years later. And I'm in bold again, thinking about it, going, holy cow, that's the reason that I have nothing but listings, versus focusing on buyers. So
There you go. Thank you, Michael.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Anyone
right.
else?
Anybody else? Well, thank you so much, Regina. And just so you know too, so Craig Owen is in the back of our room. He's our operating principal. And what Craig has said is we're going to offer a reimbursement program of $200 of the $399 that you pay for. So we're going to do that in your first deal after Bold, right? So at least there'll be a little bit coming back, but also too that you have some skin in the game. That's an important piece. Partners, as Craig said, partners. So, good. All right. Well, we're going to see you probably weekly up
Fine.
until that point. So you.
I will personally like you to come out on my dime to open the app or during one of the sessions. I think it would be great to have the students live in person. You come highly recommended, and you know you're going to live up to that. So we love Zoom, but we'd like to see you physically if possible.
So Regina, could you hear that at all?
I could give faintly. I understand that there's a commitment to give, and there's also a commitment to do the activities, right? To participate at a high level. Did I hear that correctly?
Grab a mic. Grab a mic, Craig. We're gonna have Craig grab a mic because you don't know, but you're coming to Houston.
Let's get bold. Let's get bold.
You're coming to Houston.
I made a commitment to be here every week for 1 year solid, every week, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And I'm going to tell you, it's been life-changing. I feel like I've gotten to know some of you as really good friends. I'm starting to get to know some of you that I haven't. And even there's some of you that I really didn't even think I like Hubert. I love you now. You're really far different than when you started. And Regina, you come highly recommended by little Miss Kimberly Gibbons over here. And if you're a friend of hers, you're a friend of mine. And I'm making
thank you so much.
I'm making a personal invitation to show up. If you can be here for the first live broadcast here live, being physical, if you can, I will personally make sure you have an airline ticket and a place to stay. Of course, we'd love to have you in Houston and give you some good Houston love. And we know we're going to have the best turnout of any office in Houston. We're going to pack the house because I believe when we succeed, I like succeeding together with more than just one. Because when the journey's long, I'd rather go with more than one person. You want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go with others. So I'm committed to Bold, and we're going to do the reimbursement on your first transaction because I believe every single one of you agents have it in you to do at least one deal for Bold. I know if not one, we should be doing multiple transactions right now. We've never seen the market this high. And I want to thank and compliment the Market Center for putting this together because we are really bold and we're standing together. And it's not about doing Bold once. It's about whether you do it bold more than once because it's the repetition of the habits you create and the attitudes and it's the unconscious effort to build your business to leave a legacy. So I'm committed to Bold. Regina, nice meeting you. And the invitation's open for you to show up here. Okay.
Thank you so very much. Craig.
So pack your
All right,
bags.
well, that's all I got.
Pack your bags, Regina. You're coming to Houston. So, and what?
Thank you.
Regina, what you couldn't see was it put a tear in Kimberly's eye over here. It put a big tear in her eyes because she's very passionate about Bold. She's passionate about you. So this is going to be the best Bold we'll ever have here. Thank you.
Well, I would also like to extend because I do also believe in giving. So I know that we have our first step to Bold that is going to be on the 26th. So I am going to extend a free registration giveaway for everyone who registers and attend on that day. Will that be okay?
That would be awesome.
All right. Well, listen, I know that you all have so much more to do, and we are going to work together to make sure that every experience is worth living for you. throughout the entire Bold experience. And Kimberly, stay tuned. I'll get with you. We'll work something out so that I get to see, touch, and feel some of your family. Thank you all so much for having me
All right.
today. And I
Thanks,
look
Regina.
forward to us on this Bold journey. You both.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So what about the rest of you guys? What's the biggest difference that you see between what was digital bold through the live stream and compared to what we're doing with this local bold?
I'll jump in just real quick, piggybacking on what Victoria said. I think it's kind of like if you're going to the movie theater and watching a movie versus actually going to the concert, right? You can watch a YouTube video of your favorite band play a song, or you can go to the concert, be in the first row. And I think that's the big difference between what we were doing last year and Pivot on the screen versus what we're doing. We are together. And we've said this before, but we're feeling the energy and we're seeing each other go through this change and the struggles and the wins. And like you said, the breakdowns, the breakthroughs. So another thing that I love that you're doing specifically in our bold room, Scott, is you're focusing so much on progress and not so much on perfection. And you're getting the agents to understand that taking a step forward is okay. And that I think a lot of people are so hard on themselves that they almost paralyze themselves because if it can't be perfect, they're doing nothing. And you've made such an amazing environment for the agents to just say, focus on the wins, focus on the progress. And I'm really hearing the agents see that in the comments that I'm getting.
Awesome.
I like that. John Lee.
We're gonna keep moving just for the sake of time, but there's gonna be a lot of bold coming out. Power Hour. So this is every day, Monday through Friday. Right here, it's turn your camera on, go on mute and make phone calls. Tanya Pruitt put out a message the other day. She said, I'm the only one here on the Power Hour. So, once again, we know those agents that are up in the morning and lead generating, right? It helps your business. Mr. Garrett, so we did something this time. So the last time we put Michael first. And we found out they were going to report on the same thing. So now you were first. You were up.
I'm first and I'm changing mine. But you ready? No, I'm joking. That's with you. All right. So a quick question. How many ads do you think you digest in a single day? Just throw some numbers out there. 30. 1,500. Anybody else? Still really short. Dan? Went over. Everybody's significantly under. They actually digest over 5,000 ads a day, but we're so numb to it, we don't recognize the signs. All of us are in marketing and sales right now. It's important that you separate yourselves from the pack because people become mute to it. So today we're going to focus on strategies on how to stand out. Keep it simple, just things that you can implement starting today. All right, we're going to break it down into Instagram, and then we're going to transition into Facebook and Twitter. The first thing is building your Instagram community. Include the community. All of us say we're local real estate agents. We're part of the community, but is that true? Do people actually feel that? Do they have that presence when they look at your social media? A great way to implement ways to get into the community is by tagging where you're at. So if you're at a local restaurant, your local business, tag them, take pictures with them, and become part of the community because people need to support you just the way you're supporting others. Personalize your account. A lot of people feel like people don't care if you post your kids or personally what you're doing. I don't feel like that's the truth. Like people need to know who you are because they're choosing to work with you. So post what you do on an average day. Let people get to know you through your social media account, but be strategic as well with the things that you post about business. There are a lot of opportunities, a lot of resources, websites that can automate your social media presence. You probably could hire somebody to manage your social media to give you solid content. We mentioned last time, Inman is a great way to get articles to help your clients. You can take time and repost those articles either Instagram or Facebook. And then last but not least, use hashtags, locations, and tags. That way you have more opportunities of being seen. If somebody stumbles on Houston real estate, as far as like a hashtag, you're gonna pop up. Or local real estate agents, you're also gonna pop up. You should look for other people with popular hashtags, and you can Google those as well, like different trends in the real estate market that will help you become more noticeable. And then for Twitter and Facebook, real estate marketing, share your stories and your content. I know one thing that I do constantly is to help my friend out and also brag a little bit. I've been working out early in the morning and then I always post like for him and I always tag him. And by just simply posting and tagging, I've been able to get him referrals as well. because people are looking at his content. It's like, okay, work out with heart. You up every morning. Give me some more information. Same thing when it comes to your real estate business. You're tagging local businesses, make a partnership with them, make an agreement. They post you on their page and you post them as well. And then interact with everyone on your friends list. What's up, Craig? You had a question? Not yet, but the summer is coming. It's coming, guys. Not yet, not yet. We got a little more workout to do. That's why we're wearing the long sleeves. Tiger lady? All right. Then also interact with everyone on your social media. Be present. Just because you're posting doesn't mean people are interacting with you. Go on, make a point to post on 2 or 3 people's posts a day. Start interacting because people will be more inclined to post on yours. And it's not going to happen instantly. It's a thing you have to be extremely consistent with, but if you are, you'll start seeing the progress. And then this last thing, constantly be building your network. That's not proper English. My bad if I type that for you. But constantly build your network. Every single day, I add at least 4 or 5 people to my social media networks to expand. Look for people in different industries. And then in real estate, I look for people in different companies because I want them to see what we're doing great at Keller Williams Memorial and attract them here. Y'all should be doing the same things. And then just tying it all together. Again, consistency is the key. It may not feel great at first. You may not see the progress at first. It's like working out, but eventually you'll start seeing the dividends. And it's a lot easier to work by referral and build your brand for completely free. And you don't have to compete with the Page Martins, other top real estate agents in the area, or pretty much dedicate any money towards what you're posting. All of these are free tips to help you. And that's all I have because I know we're moving along pretty fast.
Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate it. Legal update. Come up here, Hubert. There you go.
So I was prepared to do something with Michael. I'm gonna wait to talk to him, but we're gonna do something with broker responsibility as well.
We are. We're gonna do something with broker responsibility. Okay. Take the mic. Fight the mic. That's Craig's thing. Fight for the mic, right?
Okay.
Good.
What is it?
So broker responsibility, right?
Right.
So, no, this was out of Heritage, but so advertisements must be clearly and go ahead. You read it, Hubert.
Okay, advertisements must be clearly and conspicuously contain Keller Williams Heritage, or in our case, Keller Williams Memorial, and a font that is at least half the size of the largest contact information on the ad. This applies to all ads, signs, websites, and business cards. So whenever you're advertising, please check the Trek rules. We've had a marketing department that took care of all of this for you, but if you have any questions, Jorge can help, anyone on the staff can help. And of course, Larry and I are available to answer any kind of questions like that as well.
Right.
Okay, so I haven't reviewed all of these slides in depth, but these are some of the things that we're going to be doing in some of our trainings. Larry and I will be getting together, teaching some classes, going through all of these compliance issues. These things are in the works right now. And Larry, anytime we can do it next week, we can.
Yeah, we'll get together on that. So this one here, right? So any associate hiring an unlicensed assistant is responsible for enduring the unlicensed person never acting as a salesperson. Who of you are out starting to build teams, right? Right? We're building teams, right? Unlicensed, right? Unlicensed people on your team cannot be having the same conversations, correct?
That's correct.
Good.
Actually, this is probably one of the ones that's most violate this non-negotiable license requirement. When they know, if you see what unlicensed assistants can do, it's very minimal.
We can't hear Michael.
This one's Craig, but
It's Craig.
grab him.
Okay, well, we can't hear whoever's talking.
We'll just leave.
Craig was
You
just
want to
touching
hear
on the
that.
This has been a problem
responsibilities.
across the state of Texas. This has been a major issue
Yes.
because Heritage got fined on several times with having unlicensed assistants that were completely unaware of activities that were told to do by the agents, which rightfully so. They were following the orders, but so much of the activities were so illegal that they fined us. That's why we put these in place. I am telling you, this is a big misunderstanding. We prepared job descriptions and we've got them even approved by Trek. And you would not believe how short the list. You wouldn't believe how short the list is for unlicensed assistants. It's very small. So if you have an unlicensed assistant, I would really tell you to either to get with Hubert, because we'll make sure to get the list, the list of activities an unlicensed assistant can do. You're probably going to want to rethink hiring a transaction coordinator that touches files and communicates. Having them be licensed is the only way to do it.
Right. And I've seen a lot of these issues. I was at a networking event last week talking to different realtors, and they were saying the assistants that were helping them with their transactions. And I was like, what kind of stuff are they doing for you? And they're like, they're inputting the data into the contracts. They're calling the other realtor, negotiating repairs, this and that. And it's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Might be a little trouble there.
Yeah. I mean, either your brokerage needs to give you some more training, or you really need to take some more classes so you and your assistant don't get into any kind of legal trouble. So make sure you understand the rules that are put out there so you can save yourself some trouble and myself as well, because I'll be dealing with those complaints later. So.
Flip through. What's next one?
Yeah, and these are just some of the examples that we'll be going through in the training, like may an unlicensed person identify as such, may cause to determine whether a person is interested in buying or selling, just like I mentioned earlier, or has a property which sell. If so, make an appointment or for a licensed agent to talk to them. No, often referred to as telemarketing. Any such activities conducted in Texas must be conducted by a license holder. And in the Texas Journal, this is the site that they reference. And also in the commission rule 535.4F makes it clear that all solicitation work must be conducted by license holders. So make sure you don't blur the lines between what your assistant does and what you do. Right.
One more, I think. Nope, that's it. The other thing that you'll hear a lot more from us coming up is those of you that have a team and you are the rainmaker. What is required of you from Trek? Broker responsibility, right? That is a 6-hour CE course that we're going to have on schedule. Chris Kelso, you and Rob, and I think June 1st didn't work for some reason, so we'll get with you guys on that one. It's a 6-hour CE course. Chris is sponsoring it, so there's no cost to it. So,
thanks, Chris.
Right, and that's a Trek requirement. It's the best CE course you'll ever take. It really is. So good. You good? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Michael, come out here a minute. We don't have your slide up because I wasn't sure if we were still doing this one or not. So you got a class that you're
Yes.
going to do.
So we've rescheduled the certified negotiation expert class from tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah, when it was going to be
Yeah.
Wednesday and Friday.
Mhm.
We rescheduled it to June 30th and July 1st. So it's easy for me to stand up here and tell you how great the class is. You do get 12 hours of CE. Carlos, can you come up and give a little thing? And Chris, you've seen it as well.
CNE is a great.
Got to hold it right there. There you go.
CNE is a great. I would like to say it's maybe the best class that we can take as realtors. It's very important, and you will learn a lot of different things that you have to consider when you are negotiating for ourselves or for our clients.
So Carlos has taken the class. You do get a designation, a certified negotiation expert designation. Chris, you've sponsored the majority of them, and you've sat in on quite a few of them. You've heard from other agents that have actually taken them. And what's their response?
You know, everyone that I have always sponsored this for has absolutely raving results around it. I've actually sat in through a couple of them. And I will tell you this, you know, one of the things we tell everybody is one of the things that a realtor gets paid for is to be a great negotiator. That's one of the key competencies that they're hired for, right? And so understanding those negotiation skills and what we see back and forth, it takes place between Michael and I just when we're negotiating where we're going to go eat lunch every once in a while. So just going to tell you that it's a great thing to do. And if you haven't done it, it's an amazing class. It's a 2-day class, a 12-hour CE, and everyone that has ever gone through it that we put through and underwrite and sponsor it with absolutely rave review about it. So I would highly encourage everybody. End of next month and then the very 1st of July. Correct.
It is June 30th and July 1st. You can go to HoustonCNE.com, HoustonCNE.com to register. It's an Eventbrite page. The number one skill that people are looking for in you is negotiations. Anybody can sell their house. Anybody can find a house for a client. The breakdown happens whenever you get that offer in or you submit that offer, and you will be shocked at the offers that are accepted, the things that agents are afraid to ask, and how much money you personally are leaving on the table. And during this class, you will see exactly how much money you are leaving on the table. We have live negotiation trainings like back and forth buyer seller. And the final one up here on the big screen, you see how much you personally left on the table. And you're doing that every single time. And you owe it to your clients to make sure that you're doing the best for them. Not trying to convince them they have to take this offer. Why not counter that offer? So it is June 30th, July 1st, starting HoustonCNE.com. You can register. And we'd love to see everybody there. We've got a limit of 40 people. So, and the first 20 that sign up, if you pick up the flyer, if you use the code 50, the word first, 20, so 50, first 20, you get another $50 off. So it's only $2.99 for the first 20 that sign up. Hope to see you guys there.
Thank you, Michael. I think Michael might have just stepped out. Where's he? What's that? Oh. Anybody see Michael? Michael? He had an appointment. Okay. All right. We'll keep moving then. Hubert, let's go back. Yeah, let's go back and let's talk about this real quick. Can you? Yeah, I know that. You put the addendum together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a quick thing about this addendum. A lot of sellers are reluctant to put their properties on the listing because they don't have another property to get into, right? So this addendum pretty much gives them a 30-day feasibility period to look for another property. Gives them some confidence if they're able to secure another property and put their current house under contract. This is something Michael wants to speak to you guys a little bit more in depth, but just an overview of this document. It just gives the seller a little bit of comfort knowing they have 30 days to look for a house. If they can't find anything within those 30 days, they can rescind the contract and everybody walks away. No harm, no foul. 30 days from the time the contract is signed. So this is a risk to the buyer, right? But because the market is so hot, a couple buyers would be willing to take that risk, right? But this is more inclined to protect the seller so they can list their house with confidence and have that option to exit if they cannot find a replacement property.
Right. I don't want to list my home because there's nothing out there I can find, right? There's nothing I can find. So this one at least gives them a little security, the buyer, the sellers a little security, right? To get out there for 30 days and find that home.
Nancy, I think you had a question.
Grab a mic. Got a mic?
This form will be offered on the portal, whenever Michael talks about it and we get some more education about how to use the form. It's not on there right now. Let me talk to Michael about that. We'll try to make it available as soon as we can. Okay. Cool.
Hey, Hubert,
Yes.
my question is, when they say they can't find anything, are they going to give the buyer back all their money for inspections and all that?
Yes, that could be part of if the next slide is other terms portion. If the seller isn't able to find a property, what the buyer can do is insert some language asking the seller reimburse all of expenses that were incurred doing inspections, things like that.
They get the option fee, everything?
Yeah,
Or
that is negotiable as well. You can put that in the contract.
sounds good.
It's a creative market.
We didn't put that in there as the boilerplate language because this is intended to incentivize the seller to put their properties on the market. It's not on the loop, not on the loop yet.
Good.
Any other questions? Good.
Thank you, Hubert. All right, so we got some upcoming trainings. Thank you so much. I apologize for us running over. We have a lot of content, which is great. So we got at-home diversity. It's coming up on the 24th and 25th with Anthony. Tech One. Remember, Tech One, Tech Twos typically are every week. So this one's the 11th today from 2 to 4 p.m. Coaching program is every morning, 8:30 to 9 a.m. in the morning. So Chuck and Kelly and Kimberly are all doing that one. Ignite is once again, we run 4 weeks. We take a week break and it comes right back in again. So that's 8:30 to 12:30. Command Your Business. Once again, every Wednesday now, every Wednesday, 11 a.m. over the coaching corner. We're doing this. This last week, we had 40 people on Zoom and Kimberly had about 12 or 14 sitting in the room over there. Real estate contracts. So Carl Schwab's going to come in and do that one on May the 17th from 2 to 4 p.m. Lunch and Learn with James Acosta, Farmers Insurance on the 19th from 12 to 1. Safety by choice, not by chance. James Ward on that one. So that's classes more for also what we call our mighty middle. Bulletproofing Your Transactions. It's a CE class with Sarah Flores on the 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. It will be here live. Toastmasters every Thursday. So Garrett heads that one up. That's 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning. Property tour. What you got? Dilsey.
Hi, yes, I'm here.
All right. Hey, I got somebody that wants to say something to you real quick.
Okay.
All right, he said he already talked to you. So I hear there's an anniversary out here. Is this your anniversary?
June 1st. June 1st. I think it's 10 years.
How many years?
I think it's 10.
10 years today. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Okay.
Tell us about this great home.
Huh? This house is in the energy corridor between Eldridge and Derry Ashford on Whittington Court South. It's 2 minutes from Village Schools, that's international private school. This house, it shows on the tax roll for 4,063 square feet, but David did my Matterport and it's almost 4,200 square feet. It has an office, 2 game rooms, or a game room and a study, swimming pool. They have a real fitness room with steel reinforcement underneath it with a sauna / heat room where you go in there after you work out and just let the sweat take care of all that you worked off. You know, it is an awesome open floor plan, beautiful home. The house next door to us is also for sale for $635. Mine just reduced to $620, and it's a great deal. You want me to keep talking? I can keep
Excellent.
talking.
What's your price?
$620, just reduced it to $620.
$620.
Sellers are anxious to get out. They're ready to go.
Awesome.
They thought they would get a bigger family and it's just their little daughter and them. And so they're like, you know what, it's time to get something a little smaller. So
thank you, Dilsey.
You know anybody who wants 2 offices, 2 game rooms, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and a sauna, and a fitness room, bring me an offer.
Bring Dilsey an offer.
Thank you. There's the fitness room.
All right, so we're going to skip our haves and our needs only because of the matter of time. So once again, now we're at 124, so I apologize. So what we're going to do is just our listing contest on this one. So Sarah, come up here real quick. Real quick. Real quick. So Sarah is our Vanna White.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I had a feeling you were going to call me up here again.
You got to sit not necessarily back in the far corner of the room.
Yeah. It's the exact opposite.
All right, here we go. So we had a listing of the contest. There are some prizes. Spin them away.
Okay, this is for third place, you guys. Third place winner is Sarah Steele.
All
I'm really
right,
glad it didn't move anymore because I already announced it.
$25.
$25. Good job, Sarah. Second place winner.
$50.
Herman Achengenu. Congrats.
Congratulations. $50.
$50. Okay, this is for first place, guys. Kara Bailiff, congratulations. First place, $100.
All right.
Woo, congrats, guys.
All right, so that's it. Make sure you get signed up for Bold.
Yes, and we also have cake too.
And we have
Please come
cake
get some
too.
cake.
We have a big purple Bold cake over here. So make sure you get signed up for that. Yeah, we're passing on Kahoot this week just because
Yes,
of
no,
time.
yes.
So thank you all.
Thank y'all so much.